What's up guys, Matt here with the Bearded Bargain EDC, and today we're taking a look at the Baton 3 Pro Max from Olight in this limited edition brass Stonewashed. So the Baton 3 Pro Max from Olight, it's not a new light, but this is a newer finish released probably in the last 30 to 60 days. But this is one of my favorite EDC lights. It's the largest of the EDC lights that I would actually pocket carry. This thing is about 1 inch in diameter, so it's a little bit heavy on the pocket, and this brass is obviously going to be much heavier. This thing weighs in at 8.25 ounces, so you're talking half of a pound right here, including the battery. That is one hefty chunk of metal to be carrying around in your pocket. So this one might not go into the EDC rotation in a pocket, probably going to end up in a pack, but wanted to do an unboxing here because it's limited edition. Typically they have, yeah, there it is. If you hear the bird screaming in the background, we finally hit above 60 degrees today, which means it's safe for him to be outside. So Sammy's enjoying some sunshine and screaming his head off. So first thing out of the box, that thing is just a beautiful finish. Not too much gloss on it. It looks almost like an aged bronze, but it's brass, stone-washed finish. Got the classic knurling from the Baton 3 Pro lineup, or the Baton 3 lineup, that's not going to slip out of your hand. Excellent grip there. But this thing is one beefy flashlight. Let's remove this. Check out our battery real quick. So we're rocking a 21700 5000 milliamp 3.6 volt battery, which is plenty to do what you need it to do. And whenever we pop it in, we're going to go through each of the modes. But before we do that, let's jump into the box and see what else we have in the box. Yeah, we got plenty of light there. So in the box, it looks like we have the L-Dock, which is basically just an L-shaped piece of metal. It's got a 3M adhesive on the back here. Let me kind of unwrap it. You got 3M adhesive right here on the back. So you could take that and stick it to your wall. Let's pretend this is a wall. Stick it to your wall, and then your flashlight would attach magnetically, either top or bottom. Either way, sticks to the knife as well. So the L-Dock comes in the box. Let's see what else we got in here. Got the L-Dock. He's going nuts out there. Looks like we also have a instruction manual. Go ahead and pull everything out here. Charging cable. Nope, separate compartment for the rest of it. Ah. Alright, that's all of it. So we have the charging cable. We have a little pouch, which is almost, it already tried to magnetically attach there. Get off there. It's almost not quite big enough for that light, but I guess if you go at an angle, it's definitely going to protect it. And then we have the quick user manual and another one, warning, etc. I don't read the instructions. Let's go ahead and set this stuff out of the way. And I'm going to pause here and go give the bird a peanut butter cookie. All right, I'm back. So if you ever think about getting a Moluccan cockatoo, just don't. Loudest bird ever. It may not be the loudest on the planet, but ridiculously loud bird. All right, anyway, let's go ahead and run through the different modes. First thing, whenever this thing is sitting stationary and you pick it up, it's got a little motion sensor in there. See if I can get that to go off and catch it on camera. We're going to let it sit for a second and stop. Look right here on the button, that green flashing light. So it's stationary. Whenever you move it, well, of course, it's not going to do it now. It just did it. You guys saw it. There it goes. So that just kind of helps you find it in the dark, helps you find the button in the dark. But anyway, let's talk about the modes real quick. We've got 5 different modes on this one. You have Moonlight, Low, Medium, High, Turbo, and then if you want to count Strobe, that's a 6th mode. But in Moonlight mode, you're getting 1 lumen output. With this right here in that 5000 milliamp battery, this thing boasts up to 60 days run life. So I could fully charge this thing, put it on that 1 lumen mode, which doesn't seem like much here with the lighting, but whenever you get in the dark, that actually is just enough to see around your tent or around your feet. You know, if you're, for whatever reason, walking through the house at night and don't want to wake up the kids or something by using your light or flipping on the lights, You can use this however you're going to use that, but that 1 lumen mode, 60 days. Next up is low, and that low mode is 15 lumens, and it'll run for 180 hours when it's fully charged. So turn it on, 15 lumens, 180 hours. That's about 7.5 days. So that's actually really, really good for 15 lumens, and 15 lumens is plenty to do what you need at night, especially if you're not needing to see out very far. Speaking of seeing out very far, we'll get to we're going to talk about candela here in a moment and how far this thing actually reaches. So we've got moonlight at 1 lumen, low at 15 lumens. Next up is medium. Here we're popping out 120 lumens. This is the equivalent of most of your AAA or AA single cell flashlights that you get on the market. 120 lumens, plenty bright enough. And I've got tons of lighting here in the building, but you can see the output here just right there. You can definitely see that 120. It'll run for 23 hours at that 120. Next up is high, which this one's a two-step mode. You've got 800 lumens when you first turn it on high, and it'll hold that 800 lumens for 243 minutes. So 800 lumens is pretty freaking awesome when you're considering a flashlight that fits in the palm of your hand. 800 lumens is awesome, but it goes from 800, it steps down to 120 lumens, which is back to that medium mode. After 243 minutes on 800 lumens, you're going to get an extra 80 lumens out of this thing when it cuts down to the medium mode. So you're talking a little over 320 minutes of runtime, which is plenty if you need to reach out a little bit further or just have a brighter light. And then last but not least is going to be turbo mode. Now turbo, you've got moonlight, low, medium, high. Turbo, you actually double click, and I had to move my hand because it's got a proximity sensor that's going to dim that thing down if something gets, see there? Ready? See it dim down? So turbo mode, it's got a safety feature built in, 2,500 lumens on turbo mode, and it'll hold that 2,500 lumens for a full 60 seconds, give or take. I know it doesn't seem like a very long run time, but that's for a quick burst when you need to see something far out. And on that maximum mode of 2,500 lumens, you're talking 5,295 candela. Now, this beam pattern is not very tight. This is more of a flood beam, so you're going to see a wider area of view. But 2,500 lumens will definitely reach out there, 5,295 candela. This thing will put out 475 feet of light. From the lens out 475 feet. So to put that into perspective, this thing on turbo mode, a football field is 360 feet from end zone to end zone. So you're talking a football field plus the end zones plus probably the stands on either side. You could easily reach across an NFL stadium with this thing from one side to the other, and you would definitely be able to light up the other side. So that's really impressive coming out of a light that is designed to be EDC and still fits in the palm of your hand. Just an amazing light. A couple of other features. The last mode that I don't really consider a mode, it's more of a feature. If you triple click, then you get strobe. And then, of course, this thing is IPX8 waterproof. It's IPX8 rated, so it's going to be waterproof and dustproof. And you can see right here on the body, you can see this little O-ring right there, which seals the light. It is completely sealed casing. So as you tighten that up, you can see that seal kick in there. And there you have it. It's now IPX8 waterproof. At 8.25 ounces, 2,500 lumens, this is one heck of an EDC light. All right, so there you have it, the Baton 3 Pro Max in brass stonewashed, 2,500 lumens, up to a 60-day runtime. And again, it comes in the black, the orange, the purple, the magnesium alloy desert tan, the OD green, and I'm missing a color in there, and now the brass stonewashed. Oh, yeah, they're right here. Boom. Those colors right there.